It's a new F1 season ahead of us here in 2018. Oh boy, I cannot wait. But first, it's time to challenge the other drivers. Time to show them what we can do in one of the best cars on the grid, the Red Bull RB14. The RB14. So, what we'll be doing a 25% race around Canada against 90% AI, just to see what could possibly go wrong, and if we can hold a finger to the rest of the F1 grid. So, here we go to race day.
It's race day once again here in Montreal, and it was a breathtaking contest in yesterday's qualifying, but the real work starts now. We're moments away from lights out at the Canadian Grand Prix. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson. And give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for me is whether or not we're going to see the cars able to follow each other closely enough to overtake, especially through the fast sections here. Of course, we've got DRS, and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off of the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Raikkonen, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, Van Dorn, Grosjean, Hülkenberg and Sergio Perez, Alonso, Magnussen, Carlos Sainz and Ocon, Gasly, Sirotkin, Marcus Ericsson and Brendan Hartley. Stroll and Charles Leclerc rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tight.
Keep it tidy, that's not gonna happen, little Jeffy. But it doesn't matter. Here we go to 5 red lights. The first race, technically not a race, but still a race. For letting know, we're underway. Down to turn 1, get the best start. Already challenging for the lead of the race. Of course, we start in the second row, but still, we tap Ricciardo's side pod. Almost spin out, but it's fine. Again, almost spin out, so having issues with traction already, but it doesn't matter. Down to chicane, we slam into the back of Ricciardo, and that means we lose 2 positions because we have spun off very wide. But it doesn't matter, we can get these positions back. I believe in me. So basically, we have to follow the 2 Ferraris and my teammate for like most of the lap until we get to the hairpin at the end. However, as you can see, cut the corner went too deep, so it doesn't matter. Hamilton wants to challenge me, but I'm too fast for him. We brake harder, brake later, and we're right on the back of Kimi Räikkönen as we accelerate out of the hairpin down one of the first straight. DRS will be available, but it's lap 1, so it's not available yet. Slipstream Raikkonen, but we don't have the speed in our little Red Bull engine. Through the chicane, it's just ordinary. Don't get the best exit, but still, Vettel, he said fast lap Grand Prix, which means he is in first place. But here we go, through turn 2, round the outside of Kimi Räikkönen, pull off a switch back on and accelerate away. And we've got it through the first chicane, and we have got it done. That was a well done move. But now here we are on lap 2, the end of lap 2 down the straight. We are leaving Raikkonen behind, and we are catching up to Ricciardo. But our engineers saw that he wanted us to pit on lap 7. Interesting, but whatever. We cut that corner a little bit, but you had to push really hard to get to overtaking, and that's what we do into turn 1 on our teammate. The move we can pull off on the first lap, we've done it just like that. Out turn 2, got traction on him, and we are away. Now the chase begins. The chase after Sebastian Vettel. And that chase, it goes on to lap 5, where as you can see, it is getting a bit moist out there, which means, well, I saw that I had a bit of an issue with traction. But it is getting slippery out here. I was feeling it, certainly. And it was until lap 5, like the end of lap 5, it was actually raining now, so I had to pit for the intermediate tires. So I had to confirm with my engineer that yes, I wanted to pit this lap, and I set the intermediate tires for the pit stop. As you can see, Velos came in, so a lot of people will be coming in. I'm suspecting a lot of people also gonna double stack in the pits with their teammates, but it doesn't matter. Here we go, pit lane. Let's go. Rev it, and launch. But no, we got held up by the Ferrari of Vettel himself. I reckon we could have gotten out ahead of him, but it's fine. So we're in 3rd place now because the Mercedes of Hamilton, that is, has not come into the pits. He thinks that he can do one more lap. Now that's interesting. In these wet conditions, will the Mercedes be able to keep it? And the answer is no. Basically, he was too slow. We overtook him a long way and he fell back quite a bit. So the chase continues. Lap 7, rain, intermediate tires down the first straight into the braking zone, trying to find where the edge of the limitations of current corners, and I think I found it there. Yeah, going down to turn 1, braking hard and late. Turn 2, try something on the outside, but no, can't get it done. So now we accelerate up to turn 3. This is turn 3 and 4, the chicane. Aggressive move on Vettel for the race lead, but he just chickens out of it, and that's it. First place.
You made it look easy.
A bit of play, but still, we are going away with Vettel, and he can't go DRS on us because it is disabled in wet weather conditions, which that's a nice feature. But yeah, so basically after we overtook Vettel, we just extended the gap, and as you saw there, Valtteri Bottas is out of the Grand Prix, a Mercedes car. Top team out, so now there's 5 of us in the top 3 teams.
Caution.
So there he was on the side of the track, all alone. And now, with a bit of oversteer, we can continue running away from Vettel because I found a lot of F1 content creators have been finding a struggle to drive in the wet against the AI. And considering that the AI difficulty I believe was too low, or I was too fast or the car was too good, or 3, whichever one, you know. Considering that, I didn't find it a problem at all. So yeah, running away from Vettel, increasing the gap by a long way indeed. So third front chicane once more towards lap 11's beginning, and we have an immense gap to Vettel, 3 seconds just about, and we're actually catching up to the first lap car, which is going to be Pierre Gasly, I believe, as we are racing through the streets of Canada. Actually, I believe this is a street circuit, but I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We are catching up to Pierre Gasly. The rain is, well, it's not gonna harm us, it's not letting up. It's kind of in the middle for now. So basically, we are just gonna keep pushing, keep catching up to Pierre Gasly until the inevitable moment where we try and overtake him. In fact, gained so much pace, and I was so bored after the everything battle that I just decided to basically just go in first person and see what it's like to be an action F1 driver. And it wasn't that bad actually. I don't know, maybe the halo doesn't bother me as much, because instead of Corsa I race with it on. I don't know. But I was hoping for some overtaking action, but just on the straight he lets up and we just get back. No issues whatsoever. Which I guess, fine, but you know, you could have put up a fight. Yeah, just kidding. That would have been illegal to put up a fight. But still, here we are on the last lap. Again, running wide on that chicane. I think I did that on every single lap of this race, but it doesn't matter. Through the hairpin for the final time in this race. Actually, before this, Jeff told me that the rain was laying up, so if we had done a 50% race, then we probably would have gone back onto dry tires. But it doesn't matter. Final time on the straight, final lap. First race for F1 showed them how it is actually done. They're like a pro, which means in the F1 season I'm gonna have to turn up the difficulty by a long way.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
Hey, that's the race win. First race, first ever drive for F1. Nice.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy.
So I propose that race will do very well for a future Red Bull contract, but not in season 1. No, I want an actual challenge, which is why we're gonna go with a different team that's not Red Bull. We will be going, well, I don't want to spoil it now, do I? But Daniel Ricciardo came 6th. That's pretty bad, but whatever. So yeah, that is the end of the first race. Until tomorrow, I guess we shall see how I perform in the first race of the F1 2018 season at Australia. Well, I guess that's it. See ya.